Hello everyone, welcome back to Salem 2. In this video we're going to play as a Jester in the new mode called All Any Fools. Hope you enjoy! So in this mode you can get a token that will have a random effect on you. Oh my gosh, I'm not reading the chat right now. 7 could be wet baiting with shouting carrot. Okay, so let's just fly around the house and think of a strategy to use. So previously pretended to be Baker who had their bread targets die, and I've tried to play it as I was too frustrated to play as a Baker, but a token got me Hangman. So let's try something else today. Let's try faking Oracle. And someone attacked me, but my defense was too high, so let's see. So we need to type Aegis Oracle now, because otherwise someone might out me. So I type, I was attacked but saved by the barrier. Thank you, Cleric / Oracle. 6 says 1 is innocent, 8 the lookout said that 14 visited by no one, 12 says why, 14 asks 5, are you there? 7 says 5's dead, Tarnation, he left, sad man. 4 says they're investigator and found 6 with no crime, 14 says I can hear dead people. 8 says 14 is not hearing voices. 12 says I have the curse. Oh, so basically they can't say the vowels right now. 7 says 14 doesn't exist. 7 says 12's on mobile now, and they disconnected. Ouch. 6 says that they're going to eat 4. What's going on in this lobby? Seriously. 4 posted together the investigator and found 6 with no crime. 6 claims sheriff. This was upped very slowly, I'd say. Six says it was a joke. Sheriff Knight 1 innocent. 4 says this didn't commit crime, so 1 and 6 same faction. 15 says wait, he claimed. 4 says investigated, 6 no crime. 4 says Eno, 6 real. 3 says so what we vote? 14 says Eno. I say Eno, I guess. 7 says sus. They're voting against 7. They claim. And we're out of time. We need to have a very bad will. So let's update that target was attacked. And what else? Let's claim that we Aegist Jailer maybe? Yeah. Let's pretend we Aegist Jailer. Or maybe Vigilante, yeah. Let's Aegis Vigilante. Obviously we can't, but... Oh, 2 of my neighbors got killed. Rest in peace to 3, the Dreamweaver. They were stabbed by a serial killer. And we have a Jester token, so let's see what it does in... Rest in peace to 4, the investigator. They were mauled by the werewolf. So the werewolf went on 7, I guess. Rest in peace to 6, the executioner. They were destroyed by a berserker. So they decided to push their target later on. Death Note says, "You're not gonna eat anybody, man. Ew." I agree with Berserker on this one. That's true. And 12 was... Oh, 7 was a Berserker. They were mauled by the werewolf. So, yeah, the werewolf went to 7 and had a rampage on 4. And the Death Note says, "I know who SK is." Smiley face. And 12 was Voodoo. That's gonna anger the Coven. They lost 2 of their members already. And it's just day 3. 14 says, "Hello dead people." 10 says, "Yay, Gamba time." 8 says that 4 visited by 13. And my room was exposed to the whole town. Whoops, ignore that. 13 says, "Hi too." Uh, 14 says, "Oh well, we should give him the win." I say, "Evils, please don't hurt me. I'm a good bean." 10 says, "We should, I agree." 8 says, to his monarch." Um, 14 says, "I say we hang him and let him kill an evil." 10 says, 2 is arsonist. Maybe one day they will use they instead of him. But who knows? I say thanks. Who should I haunt? Ten says, "I don't know, random." 14 says, "No problem, doesn't matter." 13 says, 9, because he smells so bad. 15 says, "You won't give Jester a win, so all guilty, Inno's be hanged." 13 says, "I know 9 gonna Inno." And I think 15 says, "Inno's cowards." 8 says, "Neat, everyone guiltied me." I say, "Guilties are brave. The Jester will get their revenge from the grave." One says, "Good show, fam." Oh my gosh, I'm not reading everything that says. They say in the chat. 15 says, random time Jester, don't choose, please." 10 asks, "What happens if Jester gets hangman? Anyone know?" 14 says, "I don't know." 15 asks, "Don't choose." And they have a party right now. So I can communicate the info to everyone. I say, if Jester gets hangman, they get hanged and lose. In case someone can read the chat. One says, "Yay, what does it do? We just get to chit chat?" 13 says, "Hi, where is 9? 10 says, "Yes." 13 says, "I'm sneezing on him." 14 says, "Oh, too sad that they just lose it, just gets hangman." 10 says, "It's old socialite. I didn't select a target, so 9 was chosen at random." The RNG users agreed with the lobby. I say, "It's randomed, I swear." And rest in peace to Jinx, they were double stabbed by a serial killer. So there are 2 SKs and they went for the same person. Common's pretty much destroyed by now. Should have prayed to RNGesus. 7 had defense, so does 15. One of those could be an SK. And the other SK hit them. Rest in peace to 9 the Doom. They were haunted by a Jester. 10 says gamba time. 14 says lol, just turned out 9. Lol. 15 says wait, 2 serial killers? And the monarch has knighted might. Obviously there's just a token knighting. 13 says no way, 9 god. That's funny. 13 says 2, you based. 15 says who is Mon? 14 says I gambled and nothing happened. 11 says no Mon, it's just token. 10 says random status gave me knight. 8 says 2 is monarch. 13 says my token did nothing. Rah! 14 says same 13. So 15 has double votes. 14 and 13 have negative votes. And so does 8. So no negative votes. Negatives unvote. 11 claims Oracle. And they are out of time. Rest in peace to 15. And 8. 8 was stabbed by a serial killer. Well, they are lookout, so that makes sense. Rest in peace to 11 the Oracle. Another serial killer stabbed them. They say 15 is SK. He whispered me thinking I was the other SK. You know, I think the neutrals of the same type should know each other. That would be cool. And the Death Note says, should have prayed to Aaron Jesus. And 15 was one of the SKs, and they were mauled by a werewolf. Makes sense. So we've got a werewolf, a serial killer, and a townie, I think. 14 says, no, SK body. 10 says, I'm werewolf. 14 is SK. 13 says, oh, wait. And 13 is spy. 10 says, gamba time. 13 says, I'm last town. 13 says, you guys should attack each other and let me win. 10 says, I got random status. 14 says, well, good luck, 10, because I got bloodlust. 13 says, but 10 also has rampage. 14 says, no, I lost my defense. 10 is just lol. 10 is just lolling about it. 14 says, so we kill each other. 13 says, yes. 14 says, and we win. 13 says, yeah, aha, yes. But 10 the werewolf has the votes to hang 14. Fourteen says, 10, let's both visit 13 and draw the game. Ain't no way they agree to this. 14 says, please. 10 says, wait, I forgot I had Nightle Mao. 13 says, 10, you should have a gentlemanly fight with 14. Ino, that innocent IRL. 10 says, die. 13 says, Ino button. -1 innocent. 14 says, Sedge, Whelp, GG. 10 says, wrong button. I say, rip as case. 13 says, 10, visit yourself, now. So basically, one SK outed the other SK. 10 says, but sir. I gotta say, I think SKs win more often than werewolves. Maybe because serial killers can stab every night and werewolves can't do that? I don't know. So I'm happy for the werewolf winning here. After all, I also won, so... GG! GG, I don't know what my second random status effect even was. I say this mode is so fun, it's way more chaotic than all any. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment and subscribe so that more people will see these videos. These are the videos that might interest you, and see you soon in the next video.